Hey, what's up and what's going on, everybody? It's Mayo and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you guys can see from the title, I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about secret tips and things you guys can actually do to improve your aim, as well as even things you can practice to help improve your aim as well. Things you also might be missing and you're wondering why you're not hitting shots. You can get into a box with somebody and he might pump you for a 200 while you only hit him for a 40.
I missed though.
Headshot, and you're wondering why did my shot only hit a 40 but his hit a 200. Well, here I am. I'm going to be explaining that to you guys, things you guys can do to actually improve your aim and things that you guys are probably not doing that you should be doing. Before we get into the video, guys, there's actually more than 60% of you guys who watch my videos that are actually not subscribed to my channel, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, as well as drop a like on the video. If we can get 1,000 likes on this video, it does go a long way. It supports the video, and make sure you guys watch the video all the way throughout so you guys can see all the different tips. I'm going to lay them out and structure them one tip at a time, and I'm going to get into depth and details so you guys know everything that you're doing wrong and where you can improve and what you can work on. Anyways, guys, let's get right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. We're road to 100k, so comment down below Mayo for 100k as many times as you can, and I'm going to shout out somebody in my next video. Alrighty, everybody, the first tip I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about is ADSing versus no ADSing. If you guys don't know what that is, that's actually scoping in on your shot or not scoping in. As you guys can see here from this little build clip I had right here, I boxed the guy and I didn't ADS, I flicked, I still one hit his head, but that is not necessarily always going to happen. Sometimes it's actually better, just like this situation, to actually not scope in. But if you're looking at me breaking this box right here, notice how I zoomed in right before that shot. It just made it so my crosshair became a lot smaller and a lot more precise, so it was easier for me to hit the exact 200 pump instead of hitting a 130 or a 140 through a hip fire. As you guys can see here from the next clip, I just broke the wall, I edited the ramp, and I hip fired and I shot, and I actually just hit a body shot and I reset it and I shot again, and it was another smaller shot. And as you can see, without ADSing and taking that extra second to just zoom in and aim exactly where you want to place your marker and looking exactly where you want to shoot, it just required me to hit him 3 times, which could have conflicted of me getting hit once or twice throughout that little wall session if the player was an actual player. I also want to just briefly mention how ADSing is not necessarily always ideal in every single situation. You might be like, oh, why shouldn't I just scope in all the time if it's going to lower my crosshair and I'm going to be able to hit more shots? Well, certain situations require you to be jumping and moving around quickly, and you don't always have that time, because if you ADS every single time, that's going to typically require you to stand still, and if you're standing still, that's going to give your opponent such an easy target to shoot back at you. The only time I'd really suggest actually scoping in while you're trying to get a shot off is right off of a wall edit. Depending on the wall edit, once again, if you're editing the top 3 corners of the wall, that's typically not the best time to ADS unless you put a ramp in there and flip it, or put a cone in there and the person is not typically ready, so he's holding his builds out and kind of clueless and doesn't have any sense of what to do because he thinks it's his ramp or his cone in there. So sometimes it's better to actually just hip fire your shot and be quicker and move around while you can do that. But I'd highly recommend you guys try ADSing whenever you box somebody or whenever you do a little mongrel edit classic, just because you're going to have that extra half second with that edit animation delay. So you may as well capitalize on that just to lower your crosshair, zoom it in more, and actually hit that 200 pump instead of hitting yourself a 40 headshot, which you might get triggered by. The next tip I actually want to give you guys when it comes down to improving your aim and being able to hit your shots more consistently is actually lowering your sensitivity. This can also stunt you in a lot of aspects, maybe making you edit slower, maybe making you build slower, not being able to do certain retakes you were used to being able to do. But if you really want to be able to focus on your actual aim, sometimes you have to crack down on your sensitivity. Personally, for myself, I play on a little bit of a higher DPI on my mouse. I play on 800 DPI, but I do play on a little bit of an average sensitivity. I play on 13%. It is a little higher for the most part, but I'm kind of used to controlling a little bit. But I definitely could even possibly lower my sensitivity down from a 13%, maybe down to a 10%. But when it comes down to controller as well, a lot of you guys want to play on that max sensitivity when you're on linear or exponential, just so you can do a lot of crazy retakes. But sometimes it actually might be a little bit more important for you to just focus on your shots. I mean, it kind of depends on what type of goal your end goal is. If you're focused more on competitive, hitting your shot is definitely a lot more important to end game than having a little flashy retake. If you're just a little creative warrior that just wants to do retakes and post creative montages, maybe you don't necessarily need to go for the lower sensitivity route. But one thing I would definitely recommend is try and lower sensitivity sensitivity, always mixing it around. Sometimes you should just get on and play like 5 games with a sensitivity, change it around maybe a little lower or a little higher, and play another 5 games with that, and just find your comfort zone. Changing your sensitivity all around is actually super important because you never know which one you're more comfortable with until you try them all. The last tip I actually want to tell you guys about is actually how to slow your shot down. I make this mistake a lot, and if you guys ever watch me play, or Motion, you're watching this video, you guys all know I am the first one to rush my shot. Sometimes you just need to be patient, take your time, and actually just line your shot up. You know, sometimes you just edit the wall and you want to run in and shoot the quickest shot, and maybe you might hit him first, but you might only hit him for 100 while you get one pumped right back for a 200, and that's just not necessarily always the best decision to make. Sometimes you should just take your time, be patient, line your shot up, and actually just hit that 200 pump. It's okay to allow the other guy to get that first hit, because even if he hits you for 100 but you hit him right back for a 200 because you took that extra second to line up that shot. The last major tip I'm going to give you guys to actually helping yourself improve your aim as well as hit higher consistent shots, this is actually a practice arena. If you guys don't know about it, it is Raider 464's aim duel arena. If you guys don't know what it is, the code will be in my description, so you guys can go ahead and try it out. You just load up a creative match, you jump in, put in that code, jump into the map. There's every single type of gun. If you want to practice your SMG aim, you can practice your SMG aim. If you want to practice tactical shotguns, pump shotguns, charged shotguns, assault rifles, there's every single gun you can actually use and try to improve your aim. And it is super beneficial, especially if you just get on early in the morning, or you're about to get into the middle of a cash cup, whatever the situation may be for you, and you just need to warm up and get your hands going and also make sure you're hitting your shots. Jump into an aim trainer for about 10 minutes with a friend. You can get into a box, whether there's a ramp in the way or a cone. You can mix it up and try a whole bunch of different things and just shoot them. You can also put the person to having 2,000 health, so you know, if they have 2,000 health, you can hit them so many times. And also just try and aim for those headshots, work on being patient, you know, follow all the tips, maybe ADS a little bit here and there. In a box is a little hard to ADS, so maybe it's not always the best situation, but you know, sometimes just being patient, that extra half second just lining up your shot is very important. But I would highly recommend you guys checking out these aim trainers. I do them every single time I get on. It helps warm me up, helps me hit higher consistent shots, so I'd highly recommend it. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, if you guys didn't know, I'm doing daily uploads for the rest of the year. So any support from you guys is greatly appreciated. If you guys made it to the end of this video, comment Mayo for 100k so I know who was loyal, and I actually made it all the way throughout to the end of the video. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been your boy Mayo. I'm out. Peace.